Hello, my name is Michelle Herren. This is my case study presentation on walling off or welcoming in, balancing inclusivity and free speech. The context of this case is that this is a case study that describes a K-8 school in New Jersey that's dealing with divisive and hurtful political rhetoric in light of the 2016 elections. A committee of parents, teachers, and administrators called the School Culture Committee is meeting to discuss drafting a policy that will increase engage the school's culture. This meeting takes place after issues have come up regarding the opinions of students about the election and the differing political agendas being brought up during the school day in numerous settings. This group, with varying political beliefs, needs to figure out the fine line between the freedom of speech and bullying and harassment. In this case, there are several major viewpoints. First of all, Mr. Lewis is the school's SEL coordinator who has been working with a group of 7th grade girls. The girls' friendships have been strained due to the fact that one of the girls openly shares her support of Trump and has made comments in support of him that have hurt some of the other girls. Gregory Timms is the father of 7th grader Colin. Other students won't work with Colin because of his family's support of Trump. Susie is Colin's humanities teacher, who has a poster hanging in her room that makes Colin feel left out. Madison is the mother of a 1st grade student who is worried that the comments of some students are bordering on bullying and harassment and wants a safe place for students to learn. Alina Morales is a 1st grade teacher who witnessed some of her students building a wall to, quote, keep the Mexicans out, and wants to teach her students to be kind, caring, and respectful. Background law and ethics. The First Amendment allows for freedom of speech, religion, and expression, as well as the right for freedom of the press and freedom to peaceably assemble. In 1969, Tinker versus Des Moines, the Supreme Court ruled that students and teachers do not, quote, shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate, end quote. There are currently not any laws against bullying. However, when harassment is involved, schools have the right to step in and respond to any extreme, continuous, hostile, or prejudicial behavior. School officials can stop any speech that interferes with learning or infringes on the rights of others. The girls whose friendships have been strained need the continual guidance from their SEL teacher, Mr. Lewis. Feelings and opinions can be expressed in a way that's not hurtful. The term criminal illegals that Danielle used implies that all people who have entered the country illegally are characterized by ongoing criminal behavior, which is certainly not the case, and this is the reason that it offended Teresa so much. Mr. Lewis needs to continue teaching how to speak with respect and kindness, even if your views are different. Susie, the humanities teacher, is right on track with acceptances of people of differences, whether that be differences in race, religion, gender, or political views. She needs to make sure all students feel included and loved. She needs to also make sure she fosters conversation and communication in her classroom that is respectful and kind. Children need to be able to play. As long as they are not intimidating or threatening others, they need to be allowed to continue to play. But that was the issue that the mother, Madison, had with the play, that it bordered along the lines of bullying and harassment. There are no laws against bullying, but school officials, like Ms. Morales, can step in when situations arise that create hostile environments. The students chanting, "Build the wall," could create such an environment. According to the First Amendment, teachers and students all have the right to freedom of speech. And the case in Tinker versus Des Moines upheld that right. And even though there aren't any laws against bullying right now, harassment cannot be tolerated in school. School officials can Stop any speech that interferes with learning or infringes on the rights of others. In the end, I think that teaching kindness and respect, that social emotional learning classes are beneficial to everyone. Dave Willis has a quote saying, "Show respect even to people who don't deserve it, not as a reflection of their character, but as a reflection of yours." Thank you.